The battle, the freaking at the freaking ball.
Oh, yes, we are, folks. Freaking at the Freaker's Ball. Tonight, only on the audio stream that could not. Whatever I tried to make the flash stuff work, it was not going to work. So we're on audio only tonight. We're on the RLM radio stream, live on rlm-radio.com, rlm-radio.xyz, freedomsnetwork.com, the RLM, Real Liberty Media on TuneIn, and various other places that the audio stream is available out there. However, no videos tonight, so hopefully this will be all right. I tried 15, 20 times to get that video stream going, but no, it was not going to do it. I tried various browsers and everything else in the world, and it just wasn't going to happen. So, be that as it may, here we are. We're live. I'm live. I assume Moosegurl is around. I saw her chatting. So, yeah. So, did he? Sock Pepper, you got to change that message over there because we're not on the video stream this evening. Sorry, anybody that may be out there watching, listening. I haven't seen anybody complain yet, so I know Harvey is the big deal right now, but I'm still here. So hopefully it'll be all right. Yeah. Audio only. So, right, yeah. Anyway, how you all doing out there in the various places you may be tuning in, listening from? Not on the live stream, not on the Freaker's Ball page tonight, just here. So welcome to everybody over there on the Freedom's Network, on this Freaker's Ball night. And welcome to everybody over there in the corner pocket. I know. People don't really read once they get used to certain messages popping up. They just, there's that message again. It's Freaker's Ball time. We'll just tune in like we always do. However, if you're trying to tune in on the video stream, too bad, so sad. Hey, Moose.
Hey.
Oh, there you are. Okay. I was hoping something else didn't break. Oh, boy. Is this a first? I think it is a first. I think this is the first. Well, maybe in the beginning it was just a... No. Yeah, I think this is the very first audio-only Freakers. So, you closed racket too? All right, just close that. All right, well, I guess we're all having technical issues there tonight. She'll be back in a moment. No worries. Yeah. The videos are great. I love the videos. Sharing the videos there with you, and the beard, absolutely, and the hats, and the big tongue, the big Stone's tongue. But you get what you get, and hopefully you get it. Moose,
okay.
You here?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay, good. So, anyway, welcome, folks. Welcome, Moosegurl.
Hello.
Welcome to all the folks here in the RLM chat, anybody that may be tuned in.
Yes.
Because I know there's a lot of people focused on what's going on down there in the Gulf of Mexico, Texas. Yeah. So that's going to be bad news. It looks like it's going to be bad news. It's pending being bad news.
Yes, it's not looking too good.
Right. So, did I start my recording?
I don't know.
I got so many technical issues. I wasn't sure, but yeah, no, it's going. Okay. Oh man. All right. What do we got here? Armrests for the win. You don't want to see what again? Oh, falling off a chair. Yeah, I don't want to see me falling off a chair again either.
No,
that was bad.
No.
That was a bad time. Yeah, that one freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, man.
I remember that.
Yeah. Well, that was just it, though. Like I said, when that happened that night, it happened once 20-odd years before that. Not since. So if it happens in another 20 years, I'm cool.
This is really weird.
What?
Daily Mail, changed their look or something.
Yeah.
And now it's, just huge. It's big.
Oh, okay.
It's super huge.
Right.
The page is really huge. The pictures are really huge.
Huh. That's strange.
I don't know how to go back to the whole...
Are you using the Zoomer thing?
No.
No. Well, all right.
That doesn't even do anything.
Oh.
So I don't know. It's really weird. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Not a big deal.
So anyway, folks, this is the August 25th, 2017. I always want to mention the date in the beginning of the recording. Sometimes I forget. Anyway,
Yeah.
it is. So this is the last show for August. Wait, we get another one? No, yeah, this is the last show for August. Next one will be September 1st. So, last show for August, if you can believe that. We're already there.
Right, and I won't be here next weekend.
Oh, you won't be here next weekend?
Oh. No, I will not be.
Where are you going?
Festival.
I know, but which one?
The Jack Pine Jamboree.
Jack Pine Jamboree. And and who's going to be there?
So this year it's really fucking cool because we got leftover salmon coming.
Leftover salmon.
Yes.
I hope it's not been sitting out on. I hope it's not been sitting out on the counter.
These guys are big. They were like a headliner at Blue Ox one year.
Right.
They're big. Okay. So it's gonna be fun.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Horseshoes and hand grenades will be there.
Oh, okay. That's somebody I've heard of. Okay. What's that clicking?
Schedule.
Damn glasses. You've been hearing clicking from my microphone. It was my microphone.
Oh, I haven't been hearing it.
It was banging into my glasses frame.
But yeah, leftover salmon's like the headliner on Friday, and then Saturday night it's Horseshoes as the headliner. And then Sunday night, Irene's Garden is the headliner.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so it should be good. It's always a good time.
Yeah, so that's, what is that? What do you call it, Labor Day? Is that Labor Day?
Labor Day weekend, yep.
All right.
Yep.
The unofficial end of summer.
Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I can't be. It's like, I feel like it was just Blue Ox 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Wasn't it?
Which was in June, June 9th.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was 2 weeks ago. It's like it's weird. The older you get, the faster time feels like it speeds up.
It does speed up. It does.
It just, I don't know what it is, but
it's that theory of relativity stuff. And the thing is, the closer you get to the end, it's like it's like if you take a road trip somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, the last few miles seem to go by really fast, but all that stuff in between, after you leave wherever you were at and you start on your way home, and that middle stretch seems to take forever. But then when you get back into familiar cities, or familiar roads, then it goes by pretty quick.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And Beth Z's in another universe.
That must be fun.
Yeah.
The band is called Leftover Salmon. They've been around for a long time. Like I said, they were a headliner at Blue Ox at one point, the first year of it. Anyway, that's the name of the band. Leftover Salmon.
Right. Oh boy, what a night, day, afternoon. What is it?
It's night now. Oh.
All right, we're gonna kick off some tunes here.
All right.
And you know, well, never mind. I'm not even gonna mention it. I was gonna give you some information, but you don't need it. And I don't have to look for my
What are you
cat.
talking about?
Well, I was gonna say, since we're not on the video, I could play other stuff that's not on YouTube. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, you don't know what I have, so anyway.
Right.
Let's see. I make one, and Moose makes two, and the Devil makes three. What happened? How come I'm not hearing anything?
Do.
Okay, there it is. They were just being quiet.
Where the Devil makes...
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that girl had no time. Anyways, that was a full-on Moosegurl set there to kick off the show. That was Dead Horses with Ain't Got Time. Before that, we had Miles Over Mountains with 6 to Noon, and kicked it off there with The Devil Makes Three and Statesboro Blues. Now, not the same song I'm used to hearing when I hear Statesboro Blues. And Moosegurl's having some little issues there on her end. Apparently, Mr. Marty, her little pooch baby, hit the power button on her power strip, knocked her offline. So I'm waiting for her to call back here on the thing. I don't know. I guess I could give her a call, see if she answers. It looks like she's online. Let me just see here. Let me just do the call thing and see what happens here. See if she picks up on the line. I don't know. Okay, there it is. I can close that. So, are you there, Moose? Moosegurl. All right. Well, we're connected. It shows us on the phone call connected, but I don't hear her yet. So we'll just wait for her to speak up. I assume she's there somewhere out there, Moosegurl.
I'm here.
There she are. Okay.
Oh my God.
So that
Marty, he was down there messing with his bed underneath my feet here, and he bumped the power surge strip and hit the power button.
Oh, okay.
Shut my whole system down. Like, boom. Like, great. That's awesome.
Oh,
never a good time for that, but
I
especially when I'm doing my show.
And I was playing a full Moosegurl set there, and
I know. I mean, it happens, but it's okay. It's all good. He didn't mean to. He doesn't know what he's done. You know, he doesn't know what he doesn't.
No.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway.
Oh God. Yeah. Anyway.
So that happened. Anyway.
Right.
I don't know what to talk about. Some other fucking guy just resigned from the Trump advisor or something.
He did?
I guess some controversial advisor or something they call him. I don't even know.
All right. I know nothing about who was his name.
What?
What was the guy's name?
I'm looking for it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Looking for it right now. It was on the headline here, and now it's not.
All right. I don't know who he is or.
It was like news.
Anything.
Or something.
We have the moose. Yes, indeed. We have the moose.
Yes, we do. Anyway, let's see here.
Oh.
On there. Hang on.
All right, we're hanging. See what
anyway, I don't know. I'll look for it. It's just. Oh, right here. No, that's not the one that just resigned. Sebastian Gorka.
Never heard of him.
Controversial Trump advisor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think they spelled advisor wrong. Pretty sure they did. Isn't it O-R?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay, anyway, Sebastian Gorka, controversial advisor President Donald Trump is leaving the White House amongst criticism about his ties to far-right foreign political groups and his description of Islam as an inherently violent religion. So anyway, he's out the door.
All right. Well, earlier this week, on when was it? Let me even look here. Sunday, long before I even heard of Harvey, I had not heard of Harvey at that point in time. Came this article from the get back over there from the Deplorable Client Science blog. Deplorable Climate Science blog. Yes, 25 years since a Category 5 hurricane hit the U.S. 25 years.
Wow.
In case you were wondering, Katrina was a 4.
Right.
Okay. So this is before I heard that Harvey was on its way, or that was anything more than a little tropical depression. Anyway, so this week in 1992, I'm sure Kate's familiar with this, Hurricane Andrew hit Florida with 146-mile-per-hour winds. Andrew, you all remember Andrew?
Yep.
It was the last Category 5 to hit the United States. And since I think Harvey was only a 4, we're still going with that. So CO2 was just over 350 parts per million at the time. If this happened now, experts would say they were 100% certain it was due to high CO2 levels. And as always, they would be lying. As always, they would be lying. Because what do?
Lie.
They lie. They lie, and they lie,
That's
and they
what
lie.
do.
And so, yeah, that's how long it's been. And that was Andrew. And Harvey doesn't quite measure up. Although the damage, we'll see. We'll have to compare after that, later. But at this point in time, and some of the global warming freak balls are going to say, "Oh no, this was a global warming issue. You can be sure of that. If it weren't for you nasty people driving around in your SUVs, we never would have had this hurricane. Although they've happened all throughout history, thousands and thousands of years back."
Yep.
This one is special because we say so. And therefore, take that for what it's worth. So, anyway. Yeah. Oh, look at there. Oh, that's very nice, Gooberzilla. Let's bring that article up. I got to see this because.
Oh God.
Because I'm pretty sure that he doesn't quite have the qualifications for that particular label. Charles Barkley.
Oh God.
Charles Barkley, labeled a white supremacist.
What? Come on.
For what? For telling black people to stop killing each other.
Oh, really?
Well, that's just out of hand. How could you tell people to quit killing each other? All right, former NBA star urged African Americans to concentrate on being successful, not getting angry over statues.
Oh, my God.
According to the left-wing website The Root, never heard of it, Charles Barkley is a white supremacist.
He's black.
Yes, quite black. Says, why won't Charles Barkley shut the fuck up? Asked a clearly triggered Michael Harriet, whose story is filed under the category Stupid Negroes. So,
oh my God.
This guy is telling other people they're white supremacists, and he files under a category Stupid Negroes. Okay, is there anyone that thinks Barkley's statements about race reveal anything other than his repeated willingness to throw black people under the bus for their stupid unwillingness to assimilate into whiteness, he rants? Assimilate into... So, if you don't kill people, you're white. But if you kill people,
that makes
you're.
no sense.
But if you're white and you kill somebody, then you're a white supremacist.
Oh my God.
So no matter what you do, if you're white or if you act white, so
What?
you're acting white. All right. Barclay's thought crime was to encourage black people to concentrate less on getting angry over historical monuments and more on getting an education, working hard, and being successful. Then he said, yeah, black people, maybe you don't want to kill each other. How about that? How about trying that one?
Wow.
No,
Oh my God.
It's not allowed.
Wow.
Oh boy. Thanks for that. Was that Frubby? Oh, Gooberzilla, thanks for that. That was great. Anyway, there's more in the article there. You can take it on if you should so desire for more comedy.
Holy crap.
Oh my. So Sock Puppet, oh that's right, he's down there in Florida as well, says Andrew was awesome. But not really in a good way, was it? I mean, Andrew was awesome in its size and power, but
right.
I'm not thinking that's awesome in a good way. I don't know, though. I wasn't there.
Not in a good way, but in a nature way, I guess. Yeah, awesome as far as huge hurricane.
Yeah, I wasn't there, so I don't recall it very well. I thought I saved more articles than this week. Maybe not. I only saved a few, which means I don't have too many things to be articles to share with you. I'll have to go look at my tweeter, see what's going on over there, and see if there's anything new
where?
on the tweeter.
Oh,
because that's that's generally where I get news. But where am I at here? Oh yeah, I have to log out and log back in because I have 3 accounts on there. 3 tweeters. Oop, what happened here? It's not going to log in. It's not going to log me in. Alright.
holy crap.
I don't remember my password over there.
Anyway.
So, oh boy. Oh, he says Andrew was awesome in many good ways. Okay. You were there, I wasn't. So if you say it's true, I'm gonna say okay. That's okay. Good, whatever. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it was awesome. It seems like it fucked a lot of people's lives up. A neat experience to see that much natural power. All right, I can buy that. All right, here was this article that came today, and I'm going to go ahead and share this with you. Since we don't wait. Oh, we'll do that one later. Okay, we'll do this one now. We'll do that one later. And you could tell me what you think. This is on the freethoughtproject.com.
All right.
Just from the headline, tell me whether or not you agree. Poll shows 85% of Americans value free speech over politically correct censorship. Majority would die to protect it.
No, I don't agree.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I mean, they did a study. Somebody did a survey, a poll, or whatever. Rasmussen did a poll on that. Now, I would like to think that was true. I would love to believe that to be true. But it's obviously not. Once they're told that this is what your government says, then that's all that really counts. That's all that matters from that point forward. And they're going to go ahead and only say the words that government says they're allowed to say. But according to this poll, and I had to look up this phrase here, too, identity politics. Do you know what that is?
No.
apparently identity politics is like, say, you're a woman, so you only anything that's about a woman, or maybe a specific part of being a woman even. That's your identity, and that's the politics you adhere to. Or if you were black, or if you were Mexican, or you were Jewish, or you were young, you were old, whatever. Divisional politics is what I'd call it. But they call it identity politics.
Huh.
That is another MSM thing. It may.
Right.
Well, Rasmussen is very MSM-like. Anyway, so while identity politics has taken the mass media echo chamber by storm, the vast majority of Americans are opposed to adopting hate speech punishments like that of Germany, and are willing to die to protect that freedom of speech. I guarantee you they are not. They're not ready to die for that. The polling by Rasmussen, conducted by phone and online, found that an astonishing 85% of American adults believe the right to free speech takes precedence over protecting people from hateful words. What we see in the streets is much different than what you're telling me here. Anyway, in fact, out of those surveyed, only 8% thought that ensuring people aren't offended was more important than unadulterated offended. Oh, you offend me, you horrible person.
People are so easily offended these days. It's just like, come on, people.
Right. It says, perhaps more importantly, 73% of Americans agreed with Voltaire. I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it.
There you go.
Right. But that was Voltaire, and that was basically ancient history at this point. And believe the right to free speech is so important that they'd be willing to die to defend a person's free speech rights. They're not even talking about their own, somebody else's free speech. In fact, most Americans ranked the right to free speech as the most important constitutional right, he says here. Which, of course, we know there's no such thing as a constitutional right. There may be rights that are supposedly protected by the Constitution, but they are not granted by the Constitution. Therefore, they are not constitutional rights. Should say constitutionally protected right. Anyway, as it is seen as a foundational right from which other rights stem, is viewed as more important than other predicate rights enumerated in the Constitution. Emphasis on con. The poll numbers also express some very troubling trends. Despite the fact that most Americans believe free speech is a critical right, only 28% believe they still have free speech today. And that 28% are delusional because you don't have it.
No, you don't.
So, as with most Americans believing constitutional protections are often skirted in favor of political correctness. Skirted, smashed down, burned, and buried. How about that? Revealing a vast disconnection between reality and what the media echo chamber portrays as reality. Recent polling data shows the overwhelming majorities are against erasing the history of the Confederacy from public spaces. Of course, yeah, if you look at what's going on the clap, then you'll see, oh no, everybody wants all of these statues torn down and burned. Can't have those that show what happened before, although they're not necessarily an accurate depiction of what happened either.
No. It's all ridiculous. Get over yourselves, people.
Yeah, all those statues are doing is glamorizing some warmonger.
Yep.
So, really screw all those.
Yeah.
And certainly not just the Confederate ones, but all of them that have any kind of military guy up there or whatever, any kind of governmental person.
Yeah.
I just found that a little bit astonishing that, and the people are either lying when they answered this poll. Maybe they don't understand what it means to be willing to die for whatever right you believe you should have, and that those rights are natural, that you're allowed to say what you want.
Right. I mean, like I was having a conversation with Zach the other day because everyone's freaking out about this so-called neo-Nazi rally that they're going to have. They were scheduling to have in Eau Claire. Apparently now it's been canceled, supposedly. But people are just going overboard on this about this thing. And I told Zach, I go, even though you don't agree with what they're saying, you're not a part of their group, they still have a right to gather and have a rally if they want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not defending them.
No.
It's just like what you talked about, Graham, about what Voltaire said.
Yeah.
I don't agree with what they say, but they have a right to gather as a group and have a rally. I mean, do I agree with it? No. Do I like it? No.
Well, first off, and I don't know who the group is that's going to be there, but most likely, more likely than not, whoever's going to show up there or is planning that rally or whatever they want to call it,
yeah.
They're probably not neo-Nazis. Not saying that some neo-Nazis are not going to show up there, real or
it's the
fake.
National Socialist Movement, they call themselves, NSM or something like that. It's not something like that.
National
That's what they call
Socialist Movement.
Yeah, and I don't understand the word, the name of their word. I mean, why they have that as the name of their group, I do not know.
Anyway, what these people that want to shut them down and don't want them to ever be able to have a word to say edgewise, anyways, or probably would like to have them hung in the streets. What they don't realize is that if you are able, have the somehow gain the ability to shut down their words, at the next time somebody doesn't like what you're saying, which is probably very soon, they will have the same ability to shut down your words.
Right.
So that's it. That's the end of it at that point. Once you start shutting people down for what they're saying, you're next.
No, there's tons of Christian rallies and stuff that they have all over the country and stuff. People gather.
People gather.
And I'm just saying, my whole point of this whole thing is if you don't fucking agree with their beliefs and their whatever, their subject matter, then just fucking ignore it. Don't go down there and try to get in their faces, because that's what they want. You know, you're lowering yourself to their level if you go down there and start shouting things at them.
Yeah, shouting things,
get
throwing
in their
things.
faces and start shouting at them. For one thing, you're not going to change their fucking mind. You're just going to reinforce what they believe.
Right, you're only proving their point.
Right, and you're lowering yourself to their tactics, and you're no better than them at that point. And this is the part people are fucking missing, is they turn into those people. They miss that point. I don't know why. Oh, well, what they did in World War II, and I don't agree with Nazis, and, it's just bullshit. We shouldn't have to put up with that kind of hate speech in our town, and blah, 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 blah. It's like, you know what? Trump came here, and Hillary Clinton came here, and I could say the same fucking thing about those two fucking assholes. They're preaching hate speech, as far as I'm concerned, because half the time it's mostly lies anyway.
Right. It's
like, to me, that's hate speech. Hillary and Donald coming here and fucking spewing their shit.
Well,
that's worse to me than a fucking national, whatever the fuck they're called, gathering.
I was reading somewhere on the web here, and it had documents proving that this was the case, but the guy that scheduled the rally in Charlottesville that the white Nazis showed up at, the guy that scheduled that was being paid to do that by the Democrats.
Imagine that.
The Democratic Party paid for him to set this up and made sure that the permit to have that rally didn't get canceled by the government there in Charlottesville. They went through and they did things because the government was like, well, we don't know if we want to do this, and the Democratic Party went through and made sure that rally went on. And why?
Of course they did.
Yeah, why? So that they could have all the Soros people come down there and stir stuff up. So
right.
And they probably never planned on somebody being killed and run over. But that was probably like icing on the cake to them to have that happen. So.
Right. Oh, my son just came home from work.
Anyway, this is what happens here in this wonderful country of ours, and I have a song to commemorate that fact.
Oh, you're playing tunes? Okay.
Yeah. So we, you and I, are all living in America.
We're all living in America.
Anyway, that was the Doors there with the Alabama song, or Whiskey Bar, as you may know it. Before that was Johnny Winter with Rollin' and a Tumblin', and kicked it off there with Rammstein singing America. Yeah, this ain't no love song.
No.
Oh, man. So I see that thing I posted in there. I guess some buildings have collapsed down there with people in them in Houston area. So,
cool.
Yeah, so that storm's rolling.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Screwing stuff up.
Right.
We had to pull our trucks and trailers out of there.
Did you?
Yeah. Too much money to have sitting there getting wrecked, you know.
Oh, sure.
Wrecked equipment's not good, dude.
No.
Wrecked trailers aren't good.
No, you don't want that. That's for sure.
Nope. Can't have that. So there's going to be, oh God, the loads are going to be all behind now and everything.
Yeah.
They're not bringing anything in there. So.
Right.
So yeah, the best thing you can do if you were down there, if you live down there, is get the fuck out of there.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's not going to be nothing coming in there for a while.
No.
So, and the damage, you don't know how much damage it caused until it's over.
I guess that's south of Houston, Rockport, Texas.
What? No?
It was south of Houston in Rockport.
What about it?
That's where those buildings were collapsing.
Oh, okay. That must be, it's obviously right on the ocean there.
Yeah, on the Gulf. Exactly.
Yeah, not good. This thing's freaking big.
Right. It is.
Yep.
So
anyway.
Yeah, there was this.
Excuse me.
There was this story from earlier this week, and several people posted on it, but I grabbed it for here, and so I wonder how many of the what was that number? 95%, whatever it said, that people that were all would die for their right to free speech. How about this one? Because I've heard nothing about it other than the few freedom folks that I follow speaking about this or mentioning it on the interwebs here. Congress quietly passed a bill allowing warrantless searches of homes. Only... What? You there? Oh, she went somewhere. She told me to hang on. I'm hanging.
Oh, sorry. It's just a video started while you were talking. I had to mute. It wasn't muted. I wasn't muted, so it started playing. I hate those autoplay videos.
So do I. Okay. So,
anyway,
there it is. Congress quietly passed a bill allowing warrantless searches of homes, which is your Fourth Amendment protection, supposedly.
Yes.
Congress passed this. Only 1% opposed it. So they passed a bill, obviously knowing it was not allowed within the Constitution.
Right.
Anyway, so a bill that will allow homes to be searched without a warrant was passed with overwhelming support by the U.S. Congress and signed into law by the Trumpster. And it happened with zero media coverage. And
that's bullshit.
And very little fanfare. So
what?
On the surface, House Joint Resolution 76 looks harmless. The title of the bill claims that its purpose is granting the consent and approval of Congress for the Commonwealth of Virginia, the state of Maryland, and the District of Columbia to enter into a compact relating to the establishment of the Washington Metro Rail Safety Commission. And that's the title of this bill. And you read that and you go, what the hell is this? Is something about the Metro Rail? And
right.
They're entering some kind of contract with that? What the hell are they talking about? And then here's part of kind of the text there of the bill. Whereas the Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority, I think that's called WMATA, an interstate compact agency of the District of Columbia and Commonwealth of Virginia and the state of Maryland, provides transportation services to millions of people each year, the safety of whom is paramount, whereas the effective and safe Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority system is essentially to be the commerce and prosperity of the National Capital Region, whereas the the Tri-State Committee Oversight Committee created a memorandum of understanding amongst these three jurisdictions, has provided safety oversight of the Washington Metropolitan Transit Authority. Says nothing about breaking into people's houses, but whatever. The proposal for a Safety Commission Act to act as a wing of the WMATA may sound logical when its power includes things such as to adopt, revise, and distribute a written state safety oversight program, and to review, approve, oversee, and enforce the adoption of the implementation of WMATA's public transportation safety plan. However, there is one major red flag buried within the text of the bill from the list of powers granted themselves, the WMATA Safety Commission, and it violates one of the basic tenets of the Constitution. In performing its duties, the Commission, through its board or designated employees or agents, may enter upon the WMATA rail system and upon reasonable notice and the finding of the Chief Executive Officer that a need exists upon any lands, waters, and premises adjacent to the WMATA rail system, including, without limitation, property owned or occupied by the federal government for the purpose of making inspections, investigations, examinations, and testing as the Commission may deem necessary to carry out the purposes of this MSC compact, and such entry shall not be deemed a trespass.
What?
So,
oh my God.
The text here gives the Commission the authority to enter property anywhere near the Metro Rail system without limitation, without a warrant, for the purpose of making inspections, investigations, examinations, and testing.
That is bullshit.
This clearly goes against the Fourth Amendment, which states that Americans' rights to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, which also includes there must be somebody to state that what that probable cause is, and that they've seen or heard things in and around that that would raise enough reasonable suspicion for somebody to go in there and do nasty things to them.
Oh my God.
So there it is. Nobody, like I said, nobody's talking about it. It's not out there. I mean, there's a few people. I think Gary L. and Hal and
not surprising,
and Vince and a few others like that. And some people here in the chat, Goober and Frumpy and Rob Works, talking about it. But outside of that, I see nobody. You know, and I posted it any place that I have availability, Freedom's Network, Minds.com, Twitter, wherever. Nothing. Nobody brings up discussion. Nobody talks anything about it. It's just whatever. Too bad. So bad. Screw you. It's just
wow.
So
they worded it in a way that you could understand.
So when they come out with these studies that say that people are willing to die for their right to free speech, I'm calling bullshit. Because if you're willing to die for that and you're not willing to even read this kind of stuff, somebody's lying. Somebody's
right. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Somebody's freaking... Hey, thanks, Vinny. Yeah, Vinny retweeted the the Freaker's Ball thing.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
There it is. See, Vinny's posted where he tweeted out about it. And like I said, Gary L. did, and Hal, and very few
nuts.
people. Very few people. It's like it just nobody cares. Yeah, whatever. You know. So just let them come in. They don't. Well, why would they need a warrant? You know, they want to come in. They're coming in. Yeah.
Wow, that's craziness. This is kind of bullshit that we get where we are at.
No doubt about it, you know.
It causes, yeah, wow.
What Grammy posted something.
They don't want us to know about it. That's why there's no media coverage on it. From the mainstream, you know what I mean, obviously.
Oh, okay. Grammy posted a thing here.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says here. Shocked. Shocked Dolly Parton fights back after BLM race baiter. I'm guessing that's Black Lives Matter and not the Bureau of Land Management. The BLM race baiter tries to shut down Dixie Stampede, which is what? Okay. Aisha Harris, a Black Lives Matter activist, is out to ruin Dolly Parton for good. The BLM thug has gone to extraordinary lengths to sabotage the country's Legends theme park, saying that as a daughter of the Old South, Parton needs to be shut down. Dolly Parton.
Oh my God.
Dolly Parton. Oh, yes, the horrible person, Dolly Parton. Parton is known as a good person who loves America, but that's just a problem, according to Ms. Harris. Dolly's too American.
What? That's dumb.
But the blonde bombshell, what is she, like 70 now?
Yeah, she's...
Can you still be a bombshell at 70? All right. But the blonde bombshell is fighting back against the BLM, proving that they've picked on the wrong Southern belle. Aisha Harris is a contributor to the hardcore liberal rag Slate magazine. From the looks of her social media accounts, she is also a hardcore Black Lives Matter activist who has lost her mind.
Apparently.
Harris has been stewing, trying to figure out how to keep the race war going in America. After getting wind of a Dolly Parton dinner theater called the Dixie Stampede, which is a lighthearted take on the rivalry between the North and the South, Harris wrote an article saying, at Dolly Parton's Civil War-themed dinner theater, there's violence on many sides. It looks like a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Harris thought she had struck gold when she learned the dinner show has two sides and each guest picks to sit with the North or the South. Harris was hoping the Southern side would be a bunch of redneck white supremacists. When that didn't happen, she was shocked to see the African Americans sitting with the South. The only thing she could find to prove Dolly is a racist, harboring white supremacist tendencies, was the placards to the restroom. And no, that's not a joke. The Northerners' placard was dark wood, while the Southerners' was made of light wood. Yep, Harris got Dolly there. Talk about ridiculous. Harris.
Oh, my God.
Harris writes about the horrendous moment she discovered this blatant racism, recalling, I did at least have time to run to the bathroom, a necessity after 3.5 hours of sucking down lemonade by the boarful. I can't even read it.
Oh, my God.
Well, what's going on here? How come I can't copy that? I don't know. I'll just do this here. Copy that. It won't let me copy and paste from their article. I hate those websites that do that. They make it so you can't right-click in the page and get the page,
yeah.
get their page name or whatever. You can't even. I'll just grab it out of the chat. Stupid. Stupid. Oh, man. What is wrong with? I mean, what is wrong with somebody?
People are whacked.
I mean, you know, and after all these years, suddenly now Dolly Parton's a racist.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
After she's been around for, 50 years on stage singing and doing her thing, and suddenly now, after never having anybody claim anything bad about her, now she's this horrible person.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. She's stretching, grasping at straws, trying to keep the pot stirring, you know?
I guess
stirring
so.
The pot.
Yeah. Oh, what was the deal? Somebody was saying something about the hurricane's racist. I forget who that was, though. Yeah. There's a racist hurricane. Well, of course you do know that the eclipse was also a racist.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God. Ridiculous.
Everything's racist now.
Yeah. It's out of control.
It is. It's crazy. It's weird.
Stupid.
But, you know, that was one of the things we had this week was the eclipse. That
yes, Monday.
Apparently was not really a very big deal, regardless of how big of a deal it was supposed to be.
Right.
I mean,
I was able to use someone at work have some of the glasses, so I was able to look at it for a little bit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But not a huge, thing really.
Right.
I mean, just a thing that happens,
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't really have any other stories lined up. Got anything? Got any stories?
I can see. Let's see here.
No, I think half the hurricanes are male and half are female now.
Yeah.
I think they used to all be female.
I thought so. I think so.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe they used to all be male. I don't know. Right.
How do they pick the name? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. They come out with a list every year. I don't know how they make the list, but and they try to mix up the names so that some sound Hispanic and some sound not Hispanic.
What?
That's what they do. They pick names so that some of them are Hispanic names and some are not.
Weird. Harvey's not Hispanic, though, is it?
No. Harvey's about as white as you can get.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why it's a racist hurricane. It's because Harvey is white.
Oh, my.
That's
Hang on a second.
What's that?
Hang on a second.
All right. Oh boy, I don't know. So, did he do that? Did that happen? Trump pardoned Arpaio? Sheriff Joe Arpaio? Trump pardoned that asshole? Okay. It says, with the hurricane bearing down on Texas, Trump announced a presidential pardon for Joe Arpaio. Okay. Why? The guy's a scumbag. The guy's a dirtball.
I saw that.
I never liked that motherfucker. But apparently that's what happened. Is Trump went ahead and applied a pardon to Joe Arpaio.
I saw that. That was one of the first things I saw today when I came home from work.
And it's just like, well, this guy's a scum. I mean,
he was convicted of contempt for refusing to stop targeting illegal immigrants for arrest.
Yeah, the hell with all that. But the way he treated,
racist motherfucker.
well, not only that, he's just a scum. I mean, the way he treated people that in his prisons, he made them like camp out in tents, and he tried to embarrass them by making them wear like pink uniforms or something like that. And
oh, really? Yeah, he's a psycho.
He was very abusive to the inmates there, and he's a terrible human being. I don't know why anybody would
terrible human being support another terrible human being.
Yeah. So
imagine that.
Fuck that guy, really.
Yeah, fuck him.
So,
he must have sucked his cock.
I don't even want. That's not information I want.
Why would you pardon this dick though? Why else? Come on. He's friends with him. He's friends with the guy.
All right. So three different posts there from three different sources. I posted the one from the crazy website called Breitbart. Moosey posted one from Daily Mail. And where did socks come from? It came from targetliberty.com. Okay, which is not a website I'm familiar with, but so there it is, and there's many more articles about that. But I would let that guy rot in hell if it was up to me. I never liked that guy. He was always terrible to his inmates.
Me either.
And screw him. But apparently,
yeah, well, he's pardoned now.
But apparently Trump loves him, so whatever.
Apparently. Oh my God.
I know.
Unbelievable.
Okay, let's hear some more music here.
Okay, let's do that.
Is this new? No, it's not new. It's like 3 years old. Never mind. I thought it was new. I don't know why I thought that. Anyway, here we go. This is the Black Angels with The Flop.
Tedeschi Trucks Band, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Birmingham.
Yeah, thanks, Birmingham. That was cool. That was Susan Tedeschi and her husband, Derek Trucks, their band, the Tedeschi Trucks Band, singing The Stones, You can't always get what you want. Before that, Bob Dylan was Tangled Up in Blue. From back in 1975, there apparently on the 15th studio album, Blood on the Tracks. And we kicked it off there. What's that? Oh, and we kicked it off this set with the Black Angels and The Flop. Now, we're over halfway through tonight's Freaker's Ball. This first ever audio-only version of the Freaker's Ball.
Right.
And the reason it's audio-only tonight is because the Flash dealio that I used to broadcast the video would not load. I tried several times with 3 different browsers to no avail. It was just not going to work. So I decided, well, the show must go on, and so it went on with audio only. At this point, we're over halfway through it, and so I want to quiz the folks there in the chat. Oh, by the way, howdy to Circleine and Judge Dredd, or Hansel, jumping on in there into the show, into the chat. So I want to ask people there, how do you like it with audio only? How is it going for you on an audio only Freaker's Ball? And first, Moose, you should answer that.
It's okay. I'd rather see the videos because I like to see the videos, you know. That's just me, but
all right. Well,
I guess it's not a huge deal. Why, you're considering going to audio only for Freaker?
Well, if people are okay with it, it would be great. But if people, prefer the videos, I'll try and get it figured out. Beth misses the vids. Okay. All right. I thought that might be the response, but anybody else in there that wants to speak up? I'll just say that it's certainly easier to do the show as an audio-only show.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But and I'll try and figure out what the hell the problem was, but I don't know. I mean, it's unless maybe we'll have to switch to a different video stream provider. I don't know. All I know is I tried for a good while there, using different things. I could get it to load, and then it would crash, and whatever. It just was a pain in the ass. It wasn't working.
Right.
And so I tried, and if I could have got it to work, it would have worked. But no.
Right.
But no such luck tonight. So.
Dang.
Anyway, so this, for at least for tonight, that's how it is. Audio only.
Right.
Hopefully next week we'll get the video back. I think some people like that, although I have always had some audio only listeners. But yeah, this works fine. This works fine.
Oh yeah, it works fine.
Oh yeah, I wanted to play this. Which again will be stop that. All right. I found a thing here, and as I mentioned earlier in that other article about the fact that there hasn't been a Category 5 hurricane here in the States for 25 years, and how I hadn't heard about Harvey until a couple of days ago, or till yesterday, I think. This may answer some of those questions. Why is this thing going to load for me? I don't know. All right, here it comes, I think.
Hurricane Harvey leaving behind such a legacy. To go from being a storm that was unknown by so many to being completely unforgettable to so many of us here at the Weather Channel, Harvey will forever be known as the comeback kid of weather, because to come back from being a remnant low and then to make it to the strength of Category 4 is really nothing short of amazing. And just the time frame, the short time frame that we saw this happen. So let's walk you through Harvey's amazing story, and we're going to do that with the help of the GOES 16 satellite imagery. So what you're looking at is, again, it regenerated as a tropical depression early on Wednesday. By Friday afternoon, Category 3, and then making it to Category 4 status by Friday evening. And what made that happen was the low vertical wind shear and the feeding off of the very warm water temperatures just really helped to set up the conditions for that explosive development. Now take a look at this graphic, and this walks you through the day-by-day process. And to watch that drop, the millibar drop, going from August 23rd to Friday, August 25th, 941 millibars, Category 4. So talk about rapid intensification, and Harvey's legacy, as we all know, far from over.
So there you go. That's why I never heard about it. It was an unknown thing.
Check out the wind and
shut up over there. Yeah, it wasn't really a storm until a couple of days ago.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
And then everyone started freaking out. I heard on the radio 2 days ago they were calling for 16 inches of rain. And at that point, it wasn't a hurricane. Well, then they kept increasing what it was, you know.
Right. It just like popped up out of nowhere and turned into this thing. And yeah.
Right.
So it
huge.
It didn't really give people a lot of time to prepare for
not really
getting the hell out of Dodge. So. And normally, you know, like they tell you a week ahead of time or something like that.
Right.
You know,
they give you.
There's
you
this
get some notice.
coming. Yeah. But this one was just kind of bizarre.
Right.
Or
who knows? It could have been enhanced.
There you go. Or that. Or HARP.
Right. It was enhanced.
Or something. Something very weird, though. I mean, I don't know how weird, but. I said we don't. I mean, Katrina was kind of weird too in that way, though, right?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if it was that sudden. I don't think it was that sudden. I think
I don't think so. I think the worst part was not just the hurricane itself. The part was the day after.
Right. Well, once the
seawalls
failed. Well, once those dams broke. What do you call those things? Not seawalls, not dams. Levees. Yeah. Once the levees broke.
Then all hell broke loose once the levees broke, and they knew that was going to happen.
Oh, right, yeah, right.
They knew that was going to happen because they even came out and said, the levees are old. Yeah?
And they weren't designed for this kind of storm.
No, they came out and said that. They knew the levees were going to break.
Right.
The problem was they didn't get a lot of there fast enough, or people didn't leave. They just chose to stay there, and
a lot of them couldn't leave. I mean, there was a lot of really poor,
that's true.
really
you
poor
couldn't
people
get out
there.
of there. That's why they had everybody go to the fucking Superdome down there.
Right.
And that turned into a disaster.
Oh, absolutely.
That was a total disaster. That was not a good plan.
Yeah, they weren't prepared for any of those people coming down there, and
no, they weren't at all.
They just didn't have the facilities set up, and.
No, and it just was a disaster. I mean, it was really, besides the hurricane itself, and then the flooding after, which are actual disasters, the way they handled it was a disaster.
Yeah. Now, Goober is saying the ocean shifted around South America 8 to 9 days ago. I'm not sure what that means, the ocean shifted.
I don't know what that means.
It's just the beginning. Perhaps these storms will get worse, as predicted by a lot of researchers. There's been some monster storms in West Pacific Asia. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's...
There's always been monster storms, though. That's not a new phenomenon.
Right, no, there's been typhoons.
Having hurricanes is a natural occurrence. Earthquakes are a natural occurrence. Tornadoes are a natural. Big storms are a natural occurrence that have been occurring since the dawn of time on this planet. Dust storms, fucking, you name it, it's happened here. I mean, you can't sit there and go, everything is increasing. I don't believe that. I don't believe the storms are increasing at all.
Yeah. Maybe
in intensity. I mean, maybe, like you say, this one was enhanced. I don't know that. I do believe HARP exists. But I still don't think those fuckers can fucking control Mother Nature.
No, they can certainly
believe that they could ever control Mother Nature ever.
But they can certainly lower the pressure and increase the heat, which would drive power to these storms.
They can do that,
yeah,
stuff like that. But as far as controlling
enough.
the weather, no, they do not control the weather.
You know, if they said, okay, we want this storm to go this direction, they can heat up a portion of the ocean next to the path of where the storm is headed, and kind of steer it that way, and then increase the power of the storm by decreasing the pressure within the storm. That's simple. I mean, HARP can certainly do that.
Right,
weather,
they can do stuff but they still can't control the weather.
No, but and you can't prove any of it's a problem.
No, you can't. That's the other part of it. You can't prove it. But you have to know that if you live on the Gulf Coast or any coast, you could have a hurricane. A hurricane can hit where you live.
Right.
Like people were talking today, why does anyone live in New Orleans? Why would you live there? Knowing it's below sea level, it's in a fucking bowl, it's below sea level, you know it gets hit by hurricanes. Why would anybody fucking live there? Why did they even put a fucking city there in the first fucking place?
Because it's cool. I don't know. I mean,
no, it's stupid.
I know, but just think of the city. It's a pretty awesome little city.
Well, I'm sure it is because it's old. It has history and everything. I get that part. I'm not against New Orleans. I'm just saying. You know what kind of weather you're going to get there.
If you're there, you should expect disaster.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's
what I'm saying. Expect flooding. Expect to be flooded out.
Right.
Even if it's just a heavy rainfall, not a hurricane. Because when they built that city, they didn't properly build it. And, yeah, it's fucked up because of the supposed controls they have in place to control flooding. The controls they have in place to control flooding basically are non-existent. Or I guess they've probably been rebuilding them. But it's the Army Corps of Engineers. Do you fucking trust them?
Hell no.
I don't. I don't trust those fuckers.
And not saying that they don't have good engineers working for them, but they're controlled by the Army, which is controlled by the Department of Defense.
Right.
Which, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So you got problems from up above, so the guys at the bottom are only going to do what they're told to do. And,
right, exactly. And they don't, the government doesn't do enough, they say that they use some money for research or whatever, but when it comes to stuff, they just make decisions off the cuff of their fucking sleeve. They don't fucking research anything. We're going to do this now. We're going to pass this fucking law that we can go into people's homes without a warrant because they live close to the subway system in Delaware, Maryland, and what was it, District of Columbia.
Yeah.
It's like, that's fucking bullshit. But we're not going to tell anybody about this.
No, and we're going to word it
so it doesn't... We're going to be totally tight-lipped. We're not going to tell the mainstream media. We don't want this on CNN.
No, and it wasn't.
So we're just going to do this backdoor fucking bill signing and let people find out when they get affected by it.
Right.
Which is bullshit.
Absolutely.
And it's against the Constitution, but we've already talked about that for many years. The Constitution's a piece of shit now. They don't abide by it. They haven't for a long fucking time.
Yeah, I don't think these roads are really paved with good intentions.
They've destroyed the fucking... Because the Constitution's as good as a piece of used fucking toilet paper at this fucking point.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, it's been totally trashed. Anyway,
but people still, they still put. Is the government still telling us we have freedom of speech? I don't think they're out there telling us we do.
No, they tell you do.
They're certainly showing us that we don't.
They'll fence in a little area and say, this is your free speech zone. You can say whatever you want inside of there.
Yeah, there's zones now for free. Okay, you can't speak your mind here, but you can over here.
All right,
yeah,
all right,
that's
Vince.
Freedom, buddy.
Yeah, all right, okay.
How's that Constitution working for you now?
Constitution. Yeah.
Right.
It's a frickin' con job. All right. So, yeah, all right. Sounds fine, Vinny. After the next set, that'll be great. Let me share this little story with you that you might get a kick out of.
Okay.
Oh, God. The left's push to remove controversial monuments and statues across the country
oh my God, here we
may be backfiring.
I hope so. It's fucking craziness.
As President Bill Clinton's alleged victims are now demanding a statue of the liberal icon from South Dakota be removed. Left-wing activists, including many top Democratic politicians, have been demanding the removal of statues and monuments of Confederate generals all across the United States, with some even taking it into their own hands to removing them. But now, Juanita Broderick, who claims she was raped by Bill Clinton in the 70s, is adding a statue of the Democratic icon to the list. I would like to personally use a sledgehammer on it. With the help of Kathleen Willey and Paula Jones, Broderick told the American Mirror, referring to other alleged victims of Clinton's sexual advances. Jones backed up Broderick, saying she agreed with the call to pull down the statue of the man she says showed her his crooked pee-pee. Says, yes, I am 100% offended, and all women should be too. Anyway, it goes on to talk about this rapist, scumbag, pedophile here in this article. But take them all down. Take all them statues down. Get rid of them. Who cares? But I just thought it was kind of funny. They should go.
Why is there one of him in South Dakota, though?
I don't know. Rapid City, South Dakota.
Why would it be there? Why would they have one of Clinton there?
That makes no sense to me.
Stupid! Why do they have one in South Dakota? Bill Clinton.
And there's a little meme there. We cannot glorify rapists. Tear down this symbol of oppression. So, I don't know. I don't know why.
Wow.
Why it's there, why it's not there. Or why it would be there. But there it is. So,
wow.
What happened there?
I mean, I thought I could see being a statue in Arkansas for him or something.
Yeah. You know, where he was governor or whatever.
South
you know.
Dakota.
I don't know. I don't know why people do things they do. Okay, so that reads a little differently than.
Guilty of, her claim is unsubstantiated.
Okay, the article here reads a little different than the tweet. Unsubstantiated, yeah, I'm sure he did it though.
I'm sure.
The tweet says, Amber Alert in Georgia, abductor to believed under the influence of drugs, which is very nonspecific, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I've done a wide variety of drugs throughout my lifetime. And I never once thought, hey, I know what's a good idea. Let's go abduct how old is this girl? 9-year-old girl and run off with her.
No.
No, and I've done copious amounts of those drugs, and it's still, it never entered anywhere near my mind that that kidnapping a little girl and running off with her would be a good idea.
Right.
So, anyway.
Yeah, it's not the drugs there that cause that. the mentality, the mindset, whatever.
Anyway, it says here, Georgia officials have activated a Levi's call, I don't know, for a child they fear may be in danger. Pickens County officials believe a 9-year-old Skylar Lachey Hunter has been abducted by 31-year-old William David Hunter. Is that her dad?
Yeah, it must be your dad.
I wouldn't say that. Anyway, Skylar is described as being about 4 feet tall, 80 pounds, with blue eyes, long blonde hair. She was last seen wearing a dark blue shirt, blah, blah, blah. She was last seen there, and William Hunter may be fleeing. William Hunter is described as a white male. Okay. It doesn't... Oh, here it is. Officials believe that Skylar is in extreme danger and that her father, William, they finally get to that, like, several paragraphs down. The guy's actually her father.
Jeez.
Like, I mean, you make it sound like they put this picture of this little girl here in the article, and she's just something like cute little girl.
You make it sound like it was a stranger or something.
Yeah. And he was on drugs and God.
Wow.
So anyway, I just thought it was kind of interesting and odd that the way they worded the tweet versus what I'm reading in the article, and then that fact that the article doesn't actually mention that it's a father until way down the line.
Right, yeah. And there was like an Amber Alert put out here in Eau Claire this week for a mom who took her kids.
It's a mom. It's her kids.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, it's one of these custody things that's why this shit happens with the parent. But even like, let's say the parent is set by the court, has full physical custody. In this case, it was the dad, right?
Yeah.
Well, then the mom takes off with the kids. Well, they consider that abduction then.
Right.
Because they're court ordered to be with the dad.
Yeah.
So it's just okay. It's been found safe.
Yeah, in this article here, on this one, you know, they mention in the headline that he may be under the influence of drugs, but they never mention what kind of drugs he may be.
No, they don't say that. It may be under the influence. Yeah. They don't say he is. He was. You know,
it's like a whole bizarre story.
They skew these stories so friggin' much.
Yeah.
They don't give you the whole truth. They tell you bits and pieces. You know, the cops tell the media, well, you can say this, but you can't say this.
I guess so.
You know, and it's like, really? That's not. We're not given the complete facts on anything, really.
No, certainly not.
So, and it's like, they call themselves journalists. It's like, I'm sorry, you're not a fucking journalist.
No, you gotta tell the whole freaking story here if you're gonna tell
a
story.
Otherwise you ain't a fucking journalist.
And tell it accurately.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna play some more music here.
Okay.
And I think I asked this question last week, but let me ask it again. We got any Avenged Sevenfold fans out there? And of course we do. You all love Avenged Sevenfold. You just don't know it. Anyway, this song is called Goddamn. All right. That was the infamous String Dusters with You Can't Stop the Changes. Prior to that was Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show with the cover of the Rolling Stone. And kicked it off there with Avenged Sevenfold and Goddamn! Interesting mix on that.
Yeah, quite a range there.
Yeah, so...
yeah, it's not looking good down there. I was just looking up some pictures. The ones that I just saw were when the storm wasn't as intense, but now it's been more intense since those pictures were taken, and I'm sure it's not good down there.
No, it's not.
I mean, they told people to write their social security numbers on their bodies so they could be identified. They chose to stay there during this.
Right.
Not good.
No, that's generally a sign of don't
get the hell out.
Don't think you're going to make it through this one.
Right. So everyone be safe down there that's involved with this, that's being affected. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not out by now, it's probably too late. So.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if the thing's going to back out to the Gulf and then come back in or whatever, but doesn't look that way. It looks like it's just going on inland, so who's to say?
What was that?
So it looks like it's just going to go on inland, so.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So is that bad or good?
Oh, well, I guess it's good. That way you only have the single.
Better than being out to sea.
Yeah, I mean, if it backed out, went back out into the Gulf, then decided to come back in after that, then you'd have to deal with another landfall somewhere. And
oh.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's happened before, but.
Right, which it can happen. Yep.
Yeah.
It looks like it's just moving on inland, but.
Right. So we'll see as it goes along. I don't know why these things can't hit the land in the afternoon or something. They have to do it in the middle of the night.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it really matters, well, does it?
Well, I don't know. I think it's better to be able to see what's going on. Seems to me. Would be better that way.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm going to mute.
All right. Hello, you're live on the Freaker's Ball with Grimnir and Moosegurl.
Hey, Grimnir and Moosegurl.
Hey, Vinny.
How you guys doing this evening?
Oh, pretty well. How about you?
Pretty good. I haven't been able to hear all the broadcasts tonight, background noise, so like I'm going to lean forward. But I wanted to call in and give a little update where the Tier 3 Bundy trial was at, and a little bit of past, and some interaction with Twitter with Hal, and I had a guy I started with last night and finally ended up with him sometime today, but it became quite clear that he wasn't interested in discussion, but demand orientated language, wanting to make it a debate instead of a discussion. But so Hal, I know you're listening. I hope Sunday that you'll be able to outline some more on how to affect the quo warranto, how to challenge the court in that jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I think most of it will land on deaf ears. I know Hal tried to reach out to Sugar Pine Mine, and also during the Malheur Wildlife or the Harney County Resource Center, which was renamed. But so, anyways, we've ended the second retrial. That's just the first round of trials. There's 3 rounds. The next one, which they keep setting off, for Cliven and Brian, his son, Ammon, his son, and Pete Santilli. So I think their trial was already supposed to have started earlier in the year, like maybe June. They keep pushing it off. They're holding these guys without trial. Now, the last round, there was no guilty charges. Nobody was found guilty. They were hung on, I believe, 4 or 6 counts with Eric Parker and Scott Drexler. Everybody else was found guilty except for the 2 previous fellows that in the first trial. So, anyways, that we're going to let them out. Though the prosecutor there, he even went to shaking and having a fit, calling Eric Parker a coward, a slithering coward, several times. Just a big emotional outburst. first. I'm really glad, like in Oregon in the first trial up there, the jury was able to see through the bias from the judge and how they're handling the prosecution. Of course, all parties are work for the state, including the defense attorney. So, of course, that's a problem and a truly a fair trial to start with. Well, when you get a Obama appointee with the obvious left leanings and an agenda, now for some folks that commented, I want you to realize that there's more to and the wildlife and stuff. It's a land grab by the corporatocracy, and that's being used for collateral and the debt, and then also many, and of course this isn't the right word, resources, because they're finite, but they're there, but they're taken from the land and production, and then we go to private property rights. We have this big old discussion. That's kind of a nice word for it, between the left and the right, communists and Nazis, and so much is lost. So everybody feels like they've got to take a stand and take a side, and I think so much is being missed. So unfortunately, the guy I was engaged with in conversation for many, many hours and longer than I would normally, have patience and tolerance for. But the guy, and I knew he would. He showed his colors. He just wants to be right. There's no desire to analyze true information. That you've got to look for where you came from, to where you're at, to be able to fully understand that. And like I said, I hope Hal is going to be covering that. So I know we're running short on time, but hey, just wanted to call in and quick update.
All right, no, that's great information. I read, I think it was today, that they were gonna, even though they've lost twice, the state's lost twice, they're still gonna go after them again, try and get them on any little thing they could, and all the nasty things they've done throughout the trial, and suppressing evidence and just suppressing basic testimony. And they still lost. They've done everything they could to nail everybody to the wall, and they can't get them there, and they're pissed off about that. And just a bunch of scumbags, this state, or all states. But so I mean,
something else very important. They weren't allowed to have any mention of why they were there. So it goes to state of mind. So state of mind was allowed for prosecution, but not for defense. And Eric Parker was thrown off the stand. Nobody was even allowed to testify in front of the jury for the defense. So, I mean, they didn't even give closing statement, which was would kind of a mute point, figuratively and literally, I guess, nearly, that is, being bound and gagged. Eric Parker, that is. So Dan Love, he was the agent in charge. For the listeners, use your search engine and look for Dan Love. Very corrupt. He's a typical bully. He's the face of a terrorist. And so for the face of true terrorism, I won't say Google. He just did. Dan Love. What a name for a guy so full of hate. Anyways, they wouldn't allow any mention of him and all his corruption, stealing evidence, and so forth. Hey, the mob, I think all these guys in prison should probably be let out with an apology compared to the true thugs and pirates in government.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, well, hey, thanks, and thanks, Moosey, and hello, everybody in chat.
Let me get your take on this Arpaio thing.
Okay, well, I know if I was in jail, I sure wouldn't want to have been there. And what is that, Mariposa County, I believe, that
right.
Rapo. Yeah, obvious. He probably needs to be tried with the guys in Guantanamo Bay. The guys that are doing the torturing and stuff like that. It's, I see mentioned it's called on concentration camps, and that may probably be a kind word. I know the conditions there, 100 and up to 20 some odd degrees in the desert out there, intense, and eating rotten food, green bologna, moldy bread, and I believe, boy, I can't tell you the calorie count, but however much of that you could consume, and that lends to racketeering and so forth inside the prisons. Have I still got you? I didn't lose you, did I?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. The phone made a funny vibrate. So yeah, he's he's the same guys that ran concentration camps in Germany and Russia. The same type fella, as far as I'm concerned. And Trump, under pressure from I guess the extreme right, where he holds some power base, probably pressured him. This guy's a hero. He's like this guy that little dog setting traps for people coming across from Mexico. Evil, really evil.
All right, good. That's what I wanted to get from you, just to find out because I see these people pop up on my Twitter timeline saying, "Oh, great thing, they let this scumbag, he got his pardon." And it's like, how can anybody think this guy was good? He's, a horrible person, and so I guess for Trump he's fine. He's all good.
Well, there's a lot of Trump supporters, and people are unfortunately gravitating to far left and far right because of the issues today, and that's being pumped out there and paid for by the likes of Soros and all the other foundations and whatever. There's plenty of them. So there's a definite agenda in it. It's very disheartening to find so many people, especially that I work with in media, falling for it to either side. Now, Facebook, I've been defriended by several extreme on both sides. Some people I've worked with and had a lot of respect for gone. Well, that's fine. I sure ain't preaching hate, and I don't know how anybody would take that. And I would say, hey, if Nazis want to march in the street, that's their business. If you want to be a communist and do the same. But when you, and like Moosey was saying earlier, when you pit these two groups against each other, you're going to have an expected outcome. So no big surprise. And if you fall in either camp, and Julieta, for you, you say you're anti-fascist. Oh, I think we all are. I'm certainly probably anti-communist. Yeah, right.
Yeah, who's pro-fascist? That's what I want to know.
Exactly. And the reason, like you made a point on the post, yes, they are anti-fascist too. Fascism, of course, is corporatocracy. It's nothing new. Through lobby and the powers that be, they manipulate the system for their own good, and everybody thinks that they're working for them. Hoorah! Government's here to save us now. Golly, what can I say?
Yeah.
Take a closer look.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's I guess a great distraction because you don't really hear too much about all the crap that was going on before that. Now that's all gone out of the way. All the
shared that earlier and stuff happened. We're just going,
what?
The same type. I don't care, fascist or communist. Whatever. It's both give you the same results in the end, and that's going to be millions and millions and millions of people dead, and it's not going to be pretty.
Right. Yeah, right. Oh, whatever. It don't matter what label you want to stick on it, whether you want to call it democracy or a republic, as long as you allow the state to be the decider of things, people are going to die.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, Enough of that.
Well, thanks for taking my call. And so I'm here in Cali. I've got tons and tons of pictures that I just really ain't got around to putting up. But I'll be in Vegas here in a couple of weeks, be at my brother's. He has some projects that he wants me to help him work on. And so going to be doing that and posting pictures from all the way back into Tennessee that I've not put up, in some videos. And so hopefully I'll do that. Now, the September, the third retrial begins. So I will be there and down at the federal courthouse and doing some coverage down there.
Great.
Yeah. But anyways, let me get off. And thanks for taking my call, Graham. Big shout out to Solo Man, our very own Solomon. Hey, we love and miss you, and we really appreciate when we can hear from you. And thanks again, Hal, for I know you put a lot of time in on dealing with this dweeb on Twitter, too. So, yeah. Hopefully, and a big shout out to the range reporter, free range reporter. We're getting a lot of engagement there. So, kind of playing how the social media works. I would suggest maybe some more likes, just as to how some more likes on some of the interaction and retweets, and then of course the solution in there. Excuse me for the what's being presented there. So. Getting yourself circulated more is basically the point I'm saying here. Interact with some of the people. Free range is a good outlet. A lot of like-minded people as far as wanting to understand production and so forth on the land and rights. So, yeah. Anyways, we're all hooked up here, free range, and Hal, myself, and interaction, and so just keep looking where we can engage. Each of us, if you don't know what to do, ask somebody.
Yeah.
Pretty sure somebody will be glad to help.
Sure. All right, man. Thank you for calling in. Good to hear that things are going all right, and you'll be out there with your buddy in Vegas, and brother in Vegas.
Yeah.
So. All right, we'll get some good reporting out of you.
Thanks. There you go, Lucy. Right. Bye, everybody in chat. I'll see you in chat in a minute. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. All right. You there, Moose?
I'm here.
All right, we got about a minute and a half to talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Vinny, for in. I'm not sure what to think sometimes because everything's just so out of control.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're frustrated. The reason I believe they're having the third trial is because they're frustrated.
Yeah,
because their tactics haven't worked.
They're trying everything they can to get these.
Like, come on.
To nail these guys, and they can't.
Time and money.
Right, and it's just, they weren't following the government's orders, so we got to get them. They're bad people, but the juries are not agreeing with them. So.
What a waste of freaking time! What is their reason? I'd like to know. He might have said, but I'd like to know what their reason is for having to have the third trial.
Because they lost, and they can.
Right.
They lost and they can. That's why.
Wow. Well, I wonder what the reason they gave was.
I don't know. There should be a limit on how many retrials they can do.
Right, exactly.
Lose once, maybe give you another shot, but if you lose the second time, screw you. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, screw you.
All right. Anyway, we gotta do our last set here.
Okay.
And here's some good advice for you, I guess. Steppenwolf. All like Betty. Yes, indeed, there's Stoner Train wrapping it up for us tonight. Before that was Quiet Riot and Mama, we're all crazy now. Muddy Waters with Got My Mojo Working, and kicking it off with Steppenwolf and Don't Step on the Grass, Sam. Yeah. A good pro-pot, anti-establishment tune for you from a band that also produced many good songs about don't abuse them drugs. I mean, they were talking about drugs, not weed. So, anyway. But on that one, they were saying, yeah, pot's good. Pigs don't like it. They'll fuck you up for it. Don't step on the grass, Sam. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up. We got tomorrow, we got the Dork Table at noon Eastern with Grammy and Flash Droid. And then at 4 Eastern is Kira Young on the bridge. I'm kind of doubting Bo Diddy. I don't know. I haven't heard from him for so long, and it's been a couple months now. So hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well out there, Bo. Wherever you're at, whatever you're up to. I know you're down there in Texas land, so probably not the best weekend to get you back going. But I'll be back on Sunday morning with some blues for you all. And Hal Anthony is in the afternoon with the Road Less Travel. I mean, the Behind the Woodshed. Excuse me, at 3 Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific. Don't miss that. And the Road Less Travel with Gary L. and Gigi's Boo. Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern. A 1-hour program there that's always interesting and entertaining.
Yes, thanks everyone. Thanks Mary B. Thanks Vinny. Thanks Juan Taco. Thanks you all. Thanks Tessa. Thanks Beth. All you all.
Even Hans, thank you. Oh.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all.
Chloe and Goober and whoever else, I don't know. All y'all. So what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh.
Goober, thank you.
That wraps it up for the first audio-only Freaker's Ball.
Yes, it does.
Peace.
Peace.